My boss thinks I am someone else. My name is Rachel. I took my twin's place for 1 week. He looks at me like I am his. But I am not the woman he hired. I have a secret at work. It is a very big secret. I will tell you everything. I will tell you how it started. I will tell you how it ended. It is a story about fear. It is a story about love. And it is a story about being yourself. I am 25 years old. I live in a small apartment. I like my life. It is very quiet. It is very simple. I am an artist. I paint pictures. I paint flowers. I paint animals. I paint the sky. I stay at home every day. I wear old clothes. I wear comfortable shoes. I do not like loud places. I do not like busy places. I like my quiet life. Maybe you like a quiet life too. It is nice to be quiet. But my sister is different. Her name is Sarah. She is my twin sister. We look exactly the same. We have the same brown hair. We have the same green eyes. We have the same nose. We have the same smile. If you look at us, you cannot see a difference. We are like a mirror. But inside, we are very different. I am quiet. Sarah is loud. I am slow. Sarah is fast. I like art. Sarah likes numbers. I stay at home. Sarah goes to a big office. She is a manager. She works very hard. She wears expensive clothes. She wears tight dresses. She wears high shoes. She is very smart. She is very serious. She likes her busy life. One day, everything changed. It was a Sunday. It was raining outside. I was at home. I was painting a blue bird. Someone knocked on my door. It was a loud knock. I went to the door. I opened it. It was Sarah. She looked terrible. Her face was pale. Her eyes were red. She was crying. I was very surprised. Sarah never cries. Sarah is always strong. Sarah, what is wrong? I asked. I pulled her inside. I gave her a towel. She was very wet from the rain. I am sick, Rachel, she said. Her voice was weak. I am very, very sick. I went to the doctor. The doctor said I need to rest. I need to stay in bed for 1 week. That is okay, I said. You can rest here. I will make you soup. I will take care of you. No, Rachel, she cried more. It is not okay. I cannot rest. I have to go to work. This week is very important. I have a big project. My boss needs me. If I am not there, I will lose my project. I might lose my job. I worked so hard for this. I held her hands. Her hands were hot. She had a fever. Your health is more important, I said. Please, Rachel, she looked at me. Her green eyes looked into my green eyes. I have an idea, a crazy idea, but you have to help me. I felt a little scared. What is the idea? You can be me, Sarah said. I did not understand. What do you mean? You can go to my office. You can wear my clothes. You can sit at my desk. You can be Sarah for 1 week. Just 5 days. Monday to Friday. I stepped back. I shook my head. No, Sarah. I cannot do that. That is a lie. That is a bad idea. Please, she begged. You do not have to do much. Just sit there. Answer the phone. Say yes to my boss. Smile. Look busy. The big project is almost finished. I just need someone to be there. Please, Rachel. You are my sister. We look the same. No one will know. I looked at her. She was shivering. She looked very small. She looked very scared. I love my sister. I want to help her. But I was terrified. I do not know how to work in an office. I do not know how to use complex computer programs. I do not know her boss. I will make mistakes, I said. It does not matter, she said. Just be there, please. I took a deep breath. I looked at her sad face. Okay, I said. I will do it. I will take your place for 1 week. Sarah hugged me. She said thank you many times. She went to sleep in my bed. I went to her apartment. I needed to get her clothes. I opened her closet. Everything was black, white, or gray. There was no color. I took a black suit. I took white shirts. I took black shoes with high heels. I felt very nervous. My stomach hurt. Could I really do this? Could I be Sarah? Monday morning came. I woke up very early. It was 6 o'clock. The sun was not up yet. I felt tired. I took a shower. I dried my hair. I tried to make it look like Sarah's hair. Very straight. Very perfect. I put on the black suit. The skirt was very tight. I could not take big steps. I put on the white shirt. It felt stiff. I put on the black shoes. They hurt right away. My feet did not like them. I looked in the mirror. I did not see Rachel. I saw Sarah. It was like magic. It was scary magic. I walked to the train station. The train was very full. There were many people. Everyone looked tired. Everyone looked serious. I missed my quiet apartment. I missed my paints. But I had to be brave. You have to be brave sometimes. Even when you are scared, you can try. I tried. I arrived at the big glass building. It was huge. It went up into the sky. I walked inside. My high shoes made a loud noise on the floor. Click, clack, click, clack. I went into the elevator. I pressed the button for the 10th floor. The elevator went up very fast. My ears popped. The doors opened. I walked into the office. It was a beautiful place. There were big windows. There were white desks. There were many computers. People were walking around. People were drinking coffee. A woman walked past me. "Good morning, Sarah," she said. I jumped a little. I forgot my name was Sarah today. "Good morning," I said quickly. My voice was quiet. Sarah's voice is usually loud, but the woman did not notice. She kept walking. I found Sarah's desk. It had her name on it. Sarah Jenkins. I sat down. The chair was cold. The desk was very clean. There was a computer. There was a phone. There was a notebook. I did not know what to do. I just sat there. I looked at the black screen. Then I heard a voice. "Good morning, Sarah." It was a deep voice. It was a very nice voice. I looked up. A man was standing next to my desk. He was tall. He had dark hair. He had blue eyes. His eyes were the color of the deep sea. He wore a blue suit. He looked very handsome. He looked very kind. This was Mr. David. He was Sarah's boss. Sarah told me about him. She said he was very strict. She said he only cared about work, but he did not look strict to me. He looked nice. "Good morning, Mr. David," I said. He smiled. It was a warm smile. "You look different today," he said. My heart stopped. Did he know? Did he see my secret? I felt very hot. My hands started to shake. "Different?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "Your hair is a little different, and your eyes look softer. Did you have a good weekend?" I let out my breath. He did not know. He just thought I was relaxed. "Yes," I said. "I rested. It was a good weekend." "Good," he said. "We have a busy week. Could you please bring me the sales report? And maybe a cup of coffee?" "Yes, of course," I said. He walked into his big office. He closed the door. I breathed deeply. Okay, I can do this. I need to make coffee, and I need to find a report. I went to the coffee machine. It was a big, complicated machine. There were many buttons. I did not know which button to press. Sarah never drinks sugar. Sarah drinks black coffee. I remembered that. I pressed a button. The coffee came out. It was very black. It smelled very strong. I took the cup. I walked back to my desk. I looked in the computer. I did not know her password. Oh no, I forgot to ask Sarah for her password. What do I do? I started to panic. I looked at the notebook. I opened it. Thank goodness. Sarah wrote her password on the first page. I typed it in. The computer opened. I found a folder named Sales Report. I printed it. The printer made a loud noise. I took the paper. I took the coffee. I walked to Mr. David's office. I knocked on the door. "Come in," he said. I walked in. I was looking at the paper. I was not looking at my feet. My high heel caught on the carpet. I tripped. Oh, I cried. I did not fall, but the coffee splashed. A little bit of hot coffee fell on Mr. David's desk. It missed the papers, but it made a mess. I was horrified. "I am so sorry," I said. "I am so sorry, Mr. David." I grabbed a tissue. I started to clean it very fast. My hands were shaking. I thought he would yell. I thought he would fire me. Sarah would kill me. But Mr. David did not yell. He did not look angry. He looked at me. He started to laugh. It was a nice, gentle laugh. "It is okay, Sarah," he said. "It is just a little coffee. Do not worry." I looked at him. He was smiling. He helped me clean the desk. His hand touched my hand for a second. His hand was warm. I felt a funny feeling in my stomach. "Thank you," I said softly. "You are very clumsy today," he said, still smiling. "You are usually very perfect. I like this. It makes you seem more human." I did not know what to say, so I just smiled. I gave him the report. I walked out of the office. I sat at my desk. My heart was beating very fast. Boom, boom, boom. He was not strict. He was very kind, and he looked at me in a special way. He looked at me like he really saw me. But he did not see me. He saw Sarah. That thought made me feel a little sad. The rest of Monday was slow. I answered the phone. I said, "Mr. David's office, please hold." I typed some emails. I copied Sarah's old emails. I tried to sound like her. It was very hard work. At 5 o'clock, I went home. I took off the terrible shoes. I rubbed my feet. I called Sarah. "How was it?" she asked. She coughed. She still sounded sick. "It was okay," I said. I spilled coffee, but he was not angry. "You spilled coffee," Sarah yelled. "Rachel, I never spill coffee." "I am sorry," I said, but he laughed. He said I was human. Sarah was quiet. David laughed. "That is weird. He never laughs at work." "Okay, just be careful tomorrow. Please." "I will," I said. Tuesday came. I put on a different dress. It was a dark blue dress. It was very pretty. I wore the bad shoes again. I went to the office. This time, I felt a little better. I knew where the desk was. I knew where the coffee machine was. I made the coffee without spilling it. I brought it to Mr. David. "Good morning," I said. He looked up from his computer. He saw me. His eyes got wide. "Good morning," he said. "That color looks beautiful on you. It brings out the green in your eyes." I blushed. My face felt very hot. "Thank you," I said. No man usually tells me I look beautiful. I sit at home in messy clothes. I have paint on my hands. I am invisible. But here, in this blue dress, Mr. David thought I was beautiful. But again, the sad feeling came. He is talking to Sarah, not me. At lunchtime, everyone left the office. They went to buy food. I brought a sandwich from home. It was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It is my favorite. I sat at my desk. I ate my sandwich. It was quiet. Suddenly, Mr. David walked out of his office. He did not leave for lunch. He saw me eating. "Peanut butter and jelly?" he asked. He looked very surprised. I looked at my sandwich. Oh no. Sarah eats salads. Sarah eats fancy sushi. Sarah does not eat children's sandwiches. Yes, I said. I wanted something sweet today. He walked over. He sat on the edge of my desk. He was very close. He smelled nice. He smelled like soap and rain. "You are full of surprises this week, Sarah," he said. "Yesterday you were clumsy. Today you are eating a simple sandwich. I like it." I looked down. "People can change," I whispered. "I know," he said softly. "I tried to talk to you many times before, but you were always so busy. You always looked at your computer. You never looked at me. Today, you are looking at me." It was true. I was looking at him. I liked looking at him. He had little lines around his eyes when he smiled. I wanted to paint his eyes. I wanted to mix the blue and the gray paint to make the perfect color for his eyes. "What are you thinking about?" he asked. "Colors," I said before I could stop myself. "Colors?" he asked. He looked confused but interested. "Yes," I said. I had to invent a lie. Colors for the new sales report. I want to make it pretty. He laughed again. A pretty sales report. That is a new idea. I cannot wait to see it. He stayed at my desk. We talked for 30 minutes. We did not talk about work. He talked about his dog. He has a big golden dog. He loves to go walking in the park. I told him about the birds I see in the park. I told him a funny story about a squirrel. He laughed very hard. "You are very funny," he said. "I did not know you were this funny." I smiled, but my heart hurt. I am funny. Rachel is funny. Sarah is not funny. Sarah does not like squirrels. I felt like a thief. I was stealing Sarah's boss. I was stealing his smiles. When he went back to his office, I wanted to cry. I liked him. I liked him a lot. It was only Tuesday, and I liked a man I could never have. Wednesday was a very hard day. There was a big meeting. Sarah told me about it on the phone. "You just have to sit there," she said. "Take notes. Do not speak, just write." I went to the big meeting room. There was a long wooden table. Many important people were there. They wore gray suits. They looked very serious. Mr. David sat at the front. He looked like a king. A very handsome king. I sat at the back. I had my notebook. I had my pen. The meeting started. People talked very fast. They used big words. Profits, losses, synergy, marketing. I did not understand anything. It was like they were speaking a foreign language. I tried to write notes, but my hand was too slow. I gave up. I looked at my blank paper. I felt bored. I felt a little scared. So, I did what I always do when I am scared. I started to draw. I did not think about it. My pen just moved. I drew a tree. I drew a small bird sitting on the tree. I shaded the bird's feathers. I made the leaves look real. It was a beautiful little drawing. It made me feel calm. The meeting went on for 2 hours. Finally, it ended. Everyone stood up. They started to leave the room. I stayed in my chair to finish the bird's eye. That is incredible. I jumped. I dropped my pen. Mr. David was standing right behind me. He was looking over my shoulder. He was looking at my drawing. I quickly covered the paper with my hands. "It is nothing," I said. I was terrified. Sarah does not draw. Sarah does not waste time in meetings. "Do not hide it," Mr. David said. His voice was very soft. He gently moved my hands away. He looked at the bird. "This is real art. It looks like it can fly off the page." "When did you learn to draw like this, Sarah?" I could not breathe. I had to lie again. The lies were getting heavier. I just draw sometimes. At home. It helps me relax." He looked at me. He looked at my face for a very long time. His blue eyes searched my green eyes. He looked like he was trying to find something. "You are a mystery this week," he whispered. "You are completely different. Your smile is softer. Your voice is gentler. You eat sandwiches. You draw beautiful birds. I feel like I am meeting you for the first time." I looked away. "Maybe you are," I said quietly. I am glad, he said. I like this Sarah much better. I think I am falling in love with this Sarah. He walked away. I sat alone in the big meeting room. My hands shook. He said the word love. He was falling in love. But with who? With Sarah's face? Or with Rachel's soul? It was a terrible, beautiful feeling. I wanted to shout, I am Rachel. Love me. But I kept my mouth closed. I had to protect my sister. Thursday was a bad day for the office. A big problem happened. The internet stopped working. In a big office, the internet is everything. When it stops, people panic. Everyone was running around. People were angry. The phones were ringing. It was chaos. Mr. David was very stressed. He came out of his office. He rubbed his head. He looked very tired. Sarah, he said, can you call the tech company again? They need to fix this right away. I called them, I said. They said it will take 2 hours. He sighed. He looked very defeated. 2 hours. We will lose so much work. He went back into his office. He looked sad. I do not like it when people are sad. I wanted to help him. I could not fix the internet. But I know how to fix a bad mood. I do it for Sarah all the time. I took my purse. I left the office. I went down the elevator. I walked to a bakery down the street. It was a small, sweet-smelling shop. I bought a big box of donuts. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. I bought 2 big coffees with extra sugar. I carried them back to the office. The internet was still down. People were still angry. I walked straight into Mr. David's office. He was sitting with his head in his hands. He looked up. Sarah, what is that? I put the box on his desk. I opened it. It is sugar, I said. When things are bad, sugar helps. He looked at the donuts. Then he looked at me. He looked shocked. You went out to buy donuts for me? Yes, I said. And coffee, with sugar, please eat one. He looked tired. He reached out. He took a chocolate donut. He took a bite. He closed his eyes. That is amazing, he said. I smiled. I felt very happy. I made him feel better. He stood up. He walked around his desk. He came very close to me. He took my hand. His hand was big and warm. My heart beat so fast it hurt. You are an angel, he said. You care about me. Not just the work. You care about me. No one in this office has ever done this for me. It is just a donut, I whispered. No, he said. It is not just a donut. It is kindness. I have watched you for a year, Sarah. You are always cold. You are like ice. But this week, the ice is gone. You are warm. You are wonderful. I do not want this week to end. He lifted his hand. He touched my cheek. His fingers were soft. I closed my eyes. I wanted him to kiss me. I wanted it more than anything in the world. But then the loud office phone rang. The moment broke. We stepped away from each other. The internet was back on. The busy office was alive again. But inside, I felt like I was dying. Tomorrow was Friday. Tomorrow was the last day. I would leave. Sarah would come back. He would see the cold Sarah again. He would lose his warm angel. And I would lose him. Friday morning, the sky was gray. It was raining again. It felt like the sky was crying for me. I put on a red dress. It was my favorite dress of Sarah's. I wanted to look beautiful on my last day. I walked into the office. I touched the desk. I touched the computer. I looked at the big windows. I wanted to remember every detail. I wanted to remember this place where I felt special. Mr. David came out of his office. He saw me in the red dress. He stopped walking. He just stared. "Wow," he said softly. "Good morning," I said. My voice was shaky. "Sarah, come into my office, please," he said. He sounded serious. Oh no, did he find out? Did Sarah tell someone? I walked into his office. He closed the door behind me. He closed the blinds. It was very private. He turned to me. He looked nervous. Mr. David is never nervous. "Sarah," he started. "I know this is not professional. I am your boss. You are my employee. There are rules about this." I held my breath. "But I do not care about the rules anymore," he said. He took a step closer. "This week has been the best week of my life. You have changed. And you have changed me. I want to be with you, not as your boss, but as a man. I want to take you on a date tomorrow. A real date. Will you go with me?" Tears filled my eyes. They were hot tears. They spilled down my cheeks. He looked alarmed. "Why are you crying? Did I say something wrong? I am sorry." "No," I sobbed. "You did not say anything wrong. You said everything right. You are wonderful. You are kind. You are perfect." "Then why are you crying?" he asked. He reached out to wipe my tear. I stepped back. I could not let him touch me. Not anymore. I had to be brave. I had to tell the truth, even if it broke my heart. "I am crying because I cannot go on a date with you," I said. His face fell. "Why?" Because I am a lie." He frowned. "What do you mean?" I took a deep breath. "My name is not Sarah." He stared at me. The room was very quiet. The only sound was the rain hitting the window. "What?" he whispered. "My name is Rachel," I said. My voice was loud now. "I am Sarah's twin sister. We are identical twins. We look exactly the same. But I am not her. Sarah got very sick on Sunday. She was afraid to lose her project. She begged me to take her place. I am not a manager. I am an artist. I paint birds and trees. I eat peanut butter sandwiches. I am messy. I am quiet. I took her place for 1 week. I lied to you. I am so sorry. I looked down at my feet. I waited for the anger. I waited for him to yell. I waited for him to fire Sarah. I ruined everything. I ruined my sister's life. I ruined my own heart. I cried harder. Seconds passed. They felt like hours. Then I heard a sound. It was not a yell. It was not a sigh. It was a laugh. A quiet, soft laugh. I looked up. Mr. David was smiling. He was smiling, a very big smile. I was confused. "Why are you laughing?" I just told you I lied to you. I am an imposter." He shook his head. He walked toward me. He did not stop until he was standing right in front of me. He looked down into my eyes. "Rachel," he said. He said my name. It sounded like a song when he said it. "Rachel." You are not angry?" I asked. "Angry, no," he smiled. "I am relieved." Relieved? I was so confused. "Rachel," he said gently. I knew. My mouth opened wide. "You knew? Since when?" "Since Wednesday," he said. "Wednesday?" "Yes," he explained. "When you drew that bird. Sarah has worked for me for a year. I know her writing. I know her skills. She cannot draw a straight line. She told me once she had a twin sister who was an amazing artist. When I saw that bird, I started to think. Then I watched you. You are clumsy. Sarah is never clumsy. You drink coffee with lots of sugar. Sarah hates sugar. You laugh at my silly jokes. Sarah never laughs at my jokes. And your eyes are different. Sarah's eyes are sharp. Your eyes are kind. Your eyes are warm. I knew you were not Sarah." I was speechless. "If you knew, why did you not say anything? Why did you let me lie?" He reached out. This time, I did not step back. He gently wiped the tears from my cheeks. "Because I was enjoying it too much," he whispered. "I fell in love with the girl eating the peanut butter sandwich. I fell in love with the girl who drew the bird. I fell in love with the girl who brought me donuts when I was sad. I did not want the week to end. I wanted to see you every day. I wanted you to tell me the truth when you were ready." I looked at him. I could not believe it. He liked me. He liked Rachel. Not the suit, not the manager. He liked the real me. "You asked Sarah on a date." I reminded him quietly. "No," he smiled. I looked at Rachel. I spoke to Rachel. I asked Rachel on a date. So I will ask you again. Rachel, the beautiful artist, will you go on a date with me tomorrow?" My heart was flying. It was flying higher than the bird I drew. All the fear was gone. All the lies were gone. Only the truth was left. And the truth was beautiful. "Yes," I said. I smiled a huge smile. "Yes, David, I will go on a date with you." He smiled back. He leaned down, and he kissed me. It was a soft, sweet kiss. It tasted like coffee and donuts. It tasted like happiness. The week ended. On Monday, Sarah went back to work. She was healthy. She wore her black suit. She drank her black coffee. She finished her big project. David was a good boss to her. He was strict. He was professional. Sarah was happy. She kept her job. But David did not belong to Sarah. After work on Monday, David did not go home. He drove his car to my small apartment. He knocked on my door. I opened it. I was wearing my old clothes. I had blue paint on my fingers. My hair was messy. He looked at me. He smiled his warm smile. "You look perfect," he said. We went for a walk in the park. We walked his big golden dog. We talked for hours. That was 2 years ago. Now, I do not wear tight dresses. I do not wear high heels. I wear my comfortable clothes. I paint every day. But I do not live in my small apartment anymore. I live in a big house, with a big garden, with a golden dog, and with David. My sister Sarah still works in the big office. She is a very high manager now. She is very successful. She is happy with her numbers. And I am happy with my colors. Sometimes, life is very strange. Sometimes, you have to pretend to be someone else to find out who you really are. I learned a very big lesson. I learned that you cannot hide your true self. The real you will always come out. The real you is beautiful. Maybe you feel invisible sometimes. Maybe you feel like you are not important. Maybe you feel like you have to be like someone else to be loved. Like I did. I thought Sarah was better than me. I thought she was smarter and prettier. But David did not want Sarah. He wanted me. He wanted my messy hair. He wanted my jokes. He wanted my art. You are special, exactly as you are. Your quirks, your hobbies, your mistakes, they make you human. They make you wonderful. Do not try to be a different person. Do not wear shoes that hurt your feet. Be yourself. The right people will see you. The right people will love you for who you are. It is okay to be scared. It is okay to try new things. Just keep going. Be brave, smile. Eat the sweet donut if you want to. Draw the bird on the paper. Show the world your true colors. You can do this too. I believe in you. Just remember my story. Remember Rachel. Remember that love finds the truth. Keep going. Have a beautiful day. Keep being you.